Jadi adalah kali Rookie of the Year. Toprak lanskap Lucu jadi juara dunia. Juara tim juga.
Like Alvaro's going to be excited about that. That's a good effort. Good effort,
ladies and gentlemen. First attempt.
Up against Sam Lowes in that class.
And the usual hijinks in pit lane. First notifications that we've had from race direction, and that is that track conditions will be reviewed at 3:30, so in 20 minutes. The grid. Well, you can see the images here. Some working on it, a $2.5 billion US project that was long from this Superbike World Championship, and from this man, Toprak Razgadli.
Those championships, Toprak's been able to do that by not putting a foot wrong all the way through this season. He's been super consistent. He's matched Jonathan Ray at his own game, and he's beaten him at it.
And we heard from Keenan Sofoglu earlier on in this.
Walk away and retire from World SBK action at the end of this season. And speaking to a few riders, one of the talking points was, would he go and race somewhere else? Would he race in endurance? Would he race in BSB or go retire from World SBK duty? Nothing to do with riding. He says that he still gets as much enjoyment out of just going out on a supermoto bike and trying to go out there and just get that perfect lap, and I think that's going to be one of the things that he's still going to look to do.
Subsequent podiums for Chaz Davies, and of course the injury worries for him as well, but certainly no doubt about what a brilliant performer he's been down the years in the Superbike World Championship. Former
and maybe in the next couple of years Honda will be able to just smooth out the rough edges and find something with that Fireblade, and maybe it's going to be Iker Lecuona and Xavi Vieira that are able to take the benefit of that, but we have to wait and see how that goes.
But that change in particular at HRC certainly contributes to the feeling of a changing of the guard. Has been a lot of interest in riders coming across from the
big talking points in the Grand Prix paddock over the last couple of months, but then you also have to remember Remy Gardner is stepping up as a Moto2 world champion. Raul Fernandez is stepping up after winning 8 Moto2 races as a rookie. The decision by on, so in the World SBK paddock with what will now be a 4-year-old bike, it's going to be a real challenge for them.
And only another, because given how he started his 2019 season on Ducati machinery, he'll hope to slot straight back in and provide more of the same. That's going to be increasingly difficult to do. You think how strong Yamaha have been since then, how determined Kawasaki are going to be during this upcoming winter. Bautista's not going to have it all his own way.
Yeah, Alvaro's
day where he was able to work his way through up into 6th position. I'm sure that had we had rain, then Michael van der Mark would have been among the
second that he was out on track, and it almost seemed like it was his race to lose from the outset, and he was making sure that he was able to get out there and get the job done.
Looks as though we're getting a bit of pit lane sumo wrestling before a photograph opportunity.
Careful now.
Anything you can do to, I meant no disrespect, they're both
some of those really off weekends that Scott Redding had with that issue again next year. I think Rinaldi's done well.
Boy for Ducati as well. He's come up through their stock programs and so on. He rode for the Aruba IT Junior pole race. The Tissot Superpole race was therefore cancelled. It has been unfortunate. Hands up and alive in the grandstands. They've been treated to a highly entertaining Supersport race. They've been treated to the world champion being decided in front of them. And this reminds me of the late pictures we saw in Assen with the riders trying to cheer the fans 2 years ago.
Yeah, and it is full grandstands here on the pit straight as well, and certainly a lot of excitement for World SBK to return to Indonesia. Obviously, MotoGP coming here as well at the start of next season, and it's exciting times to be in the region.
Chaz Davies and Michael Ruben Rinaldi. Of course, both Ducati regulars, the fans keen to show off their T-shirts in honour of this occasion. The first visit to the Mandalika International Circuit. Certainly didn't expect to see Michael Ruben Rinaldi sponsor the round, and there are still finishing touches to be put to the infrastructure in and around the circuit as well. But it has been an entertaining visit, and I'm certain that we're going to be back here. Of course, MotoGP also due to visit the Mandalika International Circuit, and they will hope and surely receive different weather conditions as well.
Yeah, they'll come in February for a test to learn the track and get up to speed, and then they'll be here in one of their early season rounds at the end of March. And certainly for MotoGP, they'll get a big crowd here as well. And obviously enough, we were pretty much last minute to get a lot of the details finished around the track. So for MotoGP, they'll have the finished article and everything ready for it. And like you said, Alex, over the course of the next few years, infrastructure is going to improve around here, and a lot of investment coming as well to the Mandalika region.
Hopefully we'll be in a better position travel-wise as well. These have been 2 unprecedented seasons, of course, as a result of the global pandemic.